In New York.
New York.
And so they said, they gave me an aptitude test, and they said, oh, you're very good, your hand, you should be a mechanic. I said, no thanks. So I picked hairdressing school because my friends were in California and they were hairdressers. So I figured, oh, I could send me to California and everything. They said, no, New York State, not California. With Jane Fonda, I cut Bob Cruz hair, and he was a friend of mine, and he brought in Roger Vadim one time, and then Roger Vadim was married to her, and then they had to me, and she sits in my chair, she tried to tell me what to do. I said, Jane, shut the fuck up, please. Oh, okay. So I just did what I wanted, and then that's what came out, the shave. Clute?
Yes.
I mean, it really looks
sensational.
It looked fantastic on her. The screen credits, too. Well, then Goldie Hawn, Julie Christie, Warren Beatty, Donald Sutherland, everybody started to... Then they used to fly me all over the world. I used to go to Paris every 2 months. Cut the Chaplin family.
Wow.
Nice people. I was there when Charlie did his last film, The Countess from Hong Kong, and I happened to... They wanted me to go to the screening, to the opening, and so I went to tuxedo, and I couldn't tie the tie when I was one you have to make, so nobody knew how to do it. So Charlie, he had to get up on a box, and he did it for me. He was a very sweet man. In the newspaper, I see Marilyn Monroe walking on the beach in Fire Island. I didn't know where Fire Island was. I never heard of it. 1961. But we rented a house in Lake Ronkonkoma. I had 2 children at the time, and I didn't like Lake Ronkonkoma. No. Shanty Irish, shanty Italian, shanty everything.
Yes.
So I got in the car and I just took off. I said to my wife, I'll see you later. And I ended up in Sayville. I come down by the water. Here's the boat, getting ready to go. I said, where are you going? He said, see that island over there? I said, wait for me. I came here, I sat on the beach for an hour or so. I said, I like this place. Came back. I don't know if we rented it that year or I think it was that year. I rented the house for 2 weeks. And one of my children was sick. So my wife said, I can't stay here. I said, okay, I'm staying. So I get down to the hotel, and the bartender was Eddie Zielinski was his name. I walk in, he says to me, sit over here, nobody will bother you. I said, don't worry about me, I can take care of myself. But that's when the line dances, the Hully Gully and the Madison, all that shit. Man, I tell you, I said, this is for me. And everybody had their own way of doing it, too. Oh, Walk Hudson used to be here all the time. Nobody even knew he was gay. Remember Johnny Ray, the singer?
Yes.
He had my son one time. He wouldn't give him back to me. He fell in love with him. He was only about not even a year old. There's so many different people. And then when my wife and I separated, which was about 35 years ago, 35, I just came and stayed and lived here ever since. Every time, all the time I've been here, I've loved it. John White stopped dancing for a while because there was a fight. He had a fight because all of the clam diggers used to come on the weekend.
Yes,
they were funny guys. They were really fun. But a fight would break out every now and again. He was a little bit overpowering at times, but basically he was a good man. He's a little rough on certain people and whatnot, but he was a good man. In fact, when he was dying, I meet him on the boat one day and he says to me, Paul, I'm dying. I'm going to die. I said, Johnny, we're all going to die. You know? I mean, that's the way it is. You come in, and then you go out. I mean, I couldn't do, what was I going to do, you know? His friend that he was with said, you know something? You are right. You're definitely right. You go to Cherry Grove, there you got it. I don't go down there anymore. It doesn't mean anything to me anymore. But you know something? I could never figure out how people left here. You know, when I see people that lived here and they leave, I can't understand why they're leaving, and now I'm leaving. You know? And I don't want to, but I do want to be close to my son, and I do want to see what... I think that it's good to have a house in a warm climate. I'm pretty lucky. I'm a pretty lucky person, I must say. I've had a lot of good things happen in my life.
You've always had this house?
No, I had one other one down there across from the co-ops. 4 bedrooms, bath and a half. Cost $11,500 to build it. You know what it would cost today?
And was that the Horace Gifford house?
Yep. But they changed it. They put a second level on it. They did this, they did that. See, the 4 bedrooms I had, 2 of them were bunk beds. So they weren't big, and the bathrooms weren't big. So $11,000. I mean, this house only cost $21,500 to build. That's with all the furniture and everything in it. I paid $2,500 for the property. Well, you know what it was? In '62, we had a storm. We lost 14 homes on the beach. That freaked people out.
Yeah, when did you begin the bamboo project?
4 years ago.
Really? So 4 years ago, it did not even look like this, you're saying?
Oh, no, I had a teepee here, and we didn't have the pond. No, it was totally different. I'm that kind of person. When I need a change, I gotta change. Nobody can, if I'm around somebody who doesn't want me to change, then they're gonna have to leave. My wife was very good like that, and everybody, I gotta, when I gotta do something, I gotta do it. I mean, I'm creative enough where it bugs the shit out of me. I mean, right now I'm bugged about going to Florida. I really don't want to do this, but I'm doing it because I know it's the right thing to do. But it's not easy to change because I'll miss this place in the winter. Then again, when it got so cold one day last week, I said to myself, now you know why you're leaving, Paul. Because my hands, I mean, circulation is something I got frostbite across here and across here. Oh, man.
When did you stop doing hair?
75. I still do it. In fact, not still, but I mean, I don't have a scissor. People ask me to cut their hair. I don't have a scissor. I don't feel like doing it. No, I got the bamboo is on me now. When I got an idea, I got to stay with it. Because I eat, sleep, and drink it. It's like it's on my mind constantly. But I did this whole thing myself, and I never ever did anything like this in my life.
People see you at these tea dances. They know nothing about you. And now I am going to be able to educate people.
They say, who's that fucking nut?